The king and his ministers. Once upon a time, in a prosperous kingdom, there lived a wise king who ruled with fairness and foresight. Among his court were 3 trusted ministers. However, the king had come to suspect that one among them was lazy and untrustworthy. Though he did not know which one, he decided to uncover the truth through a simple yet clever test. One morning, without any prior notice, the king summoned the 3 ministers and handed each of them an empty sack. "You are each to journey into a different dense forest," he said. "Your task is to fill these sacks with the freshest and best fruits you can find. You have only 1 day. Return tomorrow." The ministers obeyed and set off on their separate paths. The first minister, known for his honesty and diligence, took the task to heart. He worked tirelessly throughout the day, carefully selecting only the ripest, freshest fruits. By nightfall his sack was full, and he returned exhausted but satisfied. The second minister was clever, though not as hard-working. He thought to himself, "Surely the king won't inspect each fruit, he'll only see the sack is full." So he took a shortcut, picking up whatever fruits he found lying on the ground. Many were overripe or rotting, but he paid no mind and returned with a seemingly full bag. The third minister, who was both lazy and dishonest, devised an even more deceptive plan. He reasoned, "The king will only check the weight or size of the sack, not its contents." To avoid effort, he filled his sack with dry leaves and stones. Satisfied with his trickery, he too returned to the palace. The next morning, the 3 ministers stood before the king with their sacks. To their surprise, the king did not inspect the bags. Instead, he gave a new order. "You shall each be imprisoned for 30 days, he declared, "and your only source of food will be the contents of the sacks you gathered." The ministers were stunned, but the king remained firm. Days passed. The first minister, who had gathered fresh fruits with sincerity, lived in comfort during his imprisonment. His effort had rewarded him with nourishment and health. The second minister struggled. Though his sack was full, most of the fruits were rotten. He ate what he could, but sickness soon set in. He weakened day by day and, sadly, did not survive the full sentence. The third minister faced a grim reality. His sack of stones and leaves offered nothing to sustain him. Hunger consumed him, and in his final days he was filled with regret, for his laziness, for his dishonesty, and for underestimating the wisdom of the king. What you sow today is what you will reap tomorrow. Effort, honesty, and integrity may demand more work in the moment, but they will sustain you when life tests you. Shortcuts and deceit may bring temporary ease, but they often lead to lasting regret.